Yay! Hello guys, welcome to another session of Let's Move Owls. So everybody get up guys, let's start with our, no, we're not gonna do that. Today it's the turn for our civic and ethical education participation here in TV Liceo. Of course, it's great being here with you guys. Please, if you're there, let's say hello in the chat. So we can know who is going to be participating here, okay? Hello, Fernanda, Naomi. Hi, and welcome, guys. We're going to continue with this brief class or session about the things that we have been discussing in our classes, okay? As you can see here, our topic is going to be about citizen participation and also social entrepreneurs, okay? Both very, very important concepts that we have seen in our classes, right? You remember our inquiry sentence or inquiry statement? Can you put it there in the chat? It's going to be great. It's going to be very useful for the purpose of this activity, guys. Now, something that I wanted to tell you about in this session is about how can we be social entrepreneurs? Maybe in our daily life, I don't know, we see these institutions, these other persons that are in charge of these, I don't know, important positions in the government, in different places or institutions in society. Oh, thank you, Maria Fernanda is giving us there the inquiry sentence. Leadership systems produce social entrepreneurs. So what is necessary for becoming an entrepreneur, guys? It is mentioned there in the inquiry statement, and we're going to see it in further slides. So yes, we are watching all of these people that have important positions in a lot of different, I don't know, institutions or places of the government, right? And maybe we can think, yes, they are already there. They have to do their job, right? That's what they are there for, okay? And maybe this is kind of something that, I don't know, is not helping a lot for our society. It requires our participation, right? Yes, those people are there for a reason, of course. We chose them to be there because we have a democracy, remember? But I think we are leaving our participation much to the side. So now guys, I want to advance here to the next slide, and I want you to tell me from this big tree, what are the different options that you can appreciate here, guys, in which you can become a social entrepreneur. We have a lot of different options here. Maybe if you can recognize the different icons, right, all across this tree, try to identify something that you could do to become a social entrepreneur, right? For example, let me tell you something about, on the top of the tree, I can see the figure of a man and a figure of a woman. Maybe an option could be to promote gender equality, something like that, okay? I see some options here, maybe doing something with social media, of course. Thank you, Christina. Social media also, Jackie is mentioning there. We can do a lot of different things with our social networks, right? Excellent, Fernanda, also social media. But we are watching there also, what else? What else can we see? We see an icon of, this is kind of a letter. We don't use letters anymore. Maybe some people still do that, but maybe a mail, right? You can send a mail, an important message to some institutions of the government to, I don't know, to promote your cause, right? If you're doing something for your community, you can ask for help, right? Or you can support other activities like, I see this image like a mirror, so I don't know where are the icons, but there is a symbol like the like also, right, in one of the branches. You can support you can show your support to different social movements happening, I don't know, in your community or in your state, in the country or the world. You can show solidarity, you can, what other icons we can see there? You can develop a lot of different products, right? Maybe the bag that is right here, you can make this, or you could start an enterprise or a business in which you develop recyclable or more eco-friendly bags, something like that. I don't know. This tree is telling you that you have a lot of different options to become a social entrepreneur, a lot of different aspects in society in which you can participate, right? You can contribute with your society by becoming a social entrepreneur. So the next thing I wanted you to talk about is this kind of image I have on the back. Sometimes, oh, I'm covering all. Sometimes, guys, as I mentioned before, since there are already people doing this kind of work, we kind of leave them the responsibility of doing all of this, but it is very, very easy to be a social entrepreneur, guys. Even at your age, being a student, of course, you can participate in a lot of different ways in your community, in your society. I have several questions here, guys. What do we need to become a social entrepreneur? Jackie Valdez were saying there, natural resources, of course, we can work on that, right, to become some social entrepreneur. But now, what do we need actually? What are kind of the requirements? Is there kind of a specified list or something? Do you think that you need to be a god or a goddess? Like this kind of image that is already here dominating all of the elements and the different things? Who do you think is that, guys? Could be that in the middle of that image. Don't you recognize yourself there? See the different pictures also. There are different signs of biodiversity, different natural resources also, knowledge about biology, I don't know, different sciences, sources of energy, cooperation, global interactions, right? You are actually receiving all of this knowledge, guys. You already possess all that information, okay? So don't think that you have to become kind of a god or a goddess, be a superhero, or no, yourself. Me and all of you guys can be in this point. We can be that person in the middle, right? But I also have other questions there, guys. Is it necessary to be a god or a goddess? We have seen that no, right? No way. That's not necessary. Yourself, you, with your conditions, with your knowledge right now, you can participate, you can become a social entrepreneur. More or less, says Maria Fernanda Soto. Good that you identify with that person in the middle. Has to do with society also, right? You have to, the person in the middle, I have the other question there. Do you think we need leadership? Is one of the other questions there. Is it necessary to have leadership? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you need to know about the problems of your community to become a social entrepreneur, guys? Do you need to know everything? No, right? We don't need to be a god to know everything. We don't need to be kings or queens, right? Just as you are right now with the knowledge that you already possess, you can take care of yourself and others, right? I think that was one of the most important elements here. You have to have leadership, of course. You have to have these also value or IB attribute, remember? To care, be caring. Care for others, care for yourself, also for your community. And also you need to be involved, or you need to, yes, involved with your community to know what's going on there. So if you know that there's some, I don't know, certain social problematic there, and you have all of this knowledge, of course you can participate, you can exert your leadership, you can become the social entrepreneur and help yourself and your community with, I don't know, some proposals that you might come up with, okay? So if you remember, guys, this is something that we have seen that we are actually putting in practice in your summative activity, right? Some of you started yesterday, some of you started this morning, but this is what it is about, okay? To put everything you know already at the service of your community, being a social entrepreneur, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to ask here for your participation in the chat. You are going to be watching here the different, all the IB attributes, the 10 of them, and I want you to tell me how each one of these attributes is involved in being a social entrepreneur, guys. The question there says, which IB attributes can we use or develop by being a social entrepreneur? I don't know, do you want to start one by one, or anybody just chooses one and gives the explanation why? Do you think that all of them could be involved? Do you think that one is not at all involved in this? Which one would be and why? Okay, please let me know there in the chat, guys. This is also something that is going to help you in your summative activity, okay? So it's great if you can practice right here. Trying to identify, guys, which of these attributes is kind of involved. Maria Fernandez says all of them. I agree with her, but the most interesting part here is that you tell me why. For example, inquirers. Why do you think inquirers should be involved in this activity of social entrepreneuring? Do you think that you're required to be a good communicator, being a social entrepreneur? We have mentioned also caring, right? You need to care, right? Of course, what's happening to your community to improve those situations, okay? What about the rest of the IB attributes, guys? What can you tell me about them? We have inquirers, how inquiries have to do, thinkers, risk takers. I think that's one of the most important attributes here. And actually we saw something about this when we were studying this part of social entrepreneuring. Okay, Maria Fernanda is mentioning here all of them because all are characteristic of social entrepreneurs. Good. Excellent, Fernanda, you're right. Caring, right? You need to care about what's going on in your community for you to be able to improve those situations or those conditions. Okay? So guys, I'm sorry. Now, let's take this other approach, right? One thing is, yes, become a social entrepreneur. Some people take this kind of risk, they become risk takers, and they kind of, I don't know, are postulated for these positions in the government. Like these that I'm presenting already here, guys. Can you tell me in the chat who is going to be our next governor from all of these people? If you were, I don't know, following the news and all of that, you must be already aware of the result, the outcome. Do you know who is going to be our next governor? Who is it going to be? Anybody? Of course, it is going to be Samuel Garcia, the governor, next governor for Nuevo León. And what about here in Apodaca, guys? You know who was actually the winner for the position of mayor of the city of Apodaca? Yes, Naomi, that's the one. But from here, from Apodaca. Oh no, it's not there because these are for the governor, Fernanda. From the mayor of Apodaca, of course, it was, I think it was Cesar Garza again, right? Yes, Luis Gerardo is even mentioning there the slogan, Ponte Nuevo, Ponte León. No, that's not right. Okay, Ponte León. Now guys, why am I showing you all of this? Because we also need to check here, or to keep in mind, how citizen participation is influencing, I don't know, how society goes, right? Our decisions are going to impact directly, either if we choose to participate or not, that is also going to impact, I don't know, how society is developing. Of course, you were right. We can see here in this graphic how the advantage was for Samuel Garcia, but I don't know, it was, I don't know, a very close competition with also Adrián de la Garza. But what I'm concerned about, guys, what I'm a little bit worried about this, I'm showing you all of these because of the next graphic that I'm going to be presenting here. This is something that I don't know, I'm very, very worried about. Can you tell me how much of the people that could participate actually did participate according to these graphics? Put it in the chat if you have already discovered it. How much of the population that could actually participate did it? We can see at the bottom this kind of graphic that illustrates the 100% of the people that could actually go voting. And with another color, we can see the percentage of the people who actually went there to vote, to exert their right. So how much is it, guys? Anybody have seen it there? The number is already there. From all of the possible voters, which I am watching there, the number is kind of 3,713,000. That was kind of all the people that could go there voting, but only from all of those, only voted 1,908,000. So only half of the people went there to exert the right of voting. I have two questions here for you guys regarding this information. The first one is, what could be the reasons for people not go voting? Why do you think people decided, these half of the people that we see there, why do you think they decided not to go voting? What could be the different reasons, guys? It could be, I don't know, maybe because they didn't like the candidates. Maybe because, I don't know, they didn't care about the election. Could be maybe because they were too busy to do it, which I doubt. But I don't know, it could be a possibility. So what do you think, guys, are the reasons? Very important one, but Montse is mentioning there. Because of COVID, maybe. People might be afraid still if they are not yet vaccinated or something like that. Because of COVID or not sure who to vote. Okay, those two different situations. Uncertainty, right? So there could be a lot of different reasons, guys, why this part of the population, half of the population, didn't vote. But we are talking about the half, guys, of all the population that could vote. So the participation was roughly 50%, 51%. It's kind of, I don't know. In our citizen participation, we are a little bit too bad with this, okay? Now, the other question here, guys, about it is, had all these people voted, do you think the outcome would have been different? Had all these people voted 100%, or maybe not the 100, maybe 85 or 90%, if all of that people voted 90%, do you think the outcome would have been different? Maybe, check, we're talking here about almost 2 million people, right? The winner had only 700,000 votes. Do you think that 2 million other votes could have made a difference here? I think, of course, the numbers are kind of I don't know, very, very exact, very precise. So it would have been a very different result if all of these people would have voted. But I don't know, this is kind of an example, guys, of how much we still need to improve in our society, right? To practice more, even more, this citizen participation, right, is our, yes, it's our right, but it should be also kind of our duty, right, to go and participate, exert our vote. The reasons could be a lot, right? Could be very, very different. You shared with me some of your ideas about why these people didn't go voting. But now, guys, I want to bring this situation to a more familiar context. Okay? If you notice, guys, the participation in general, in school, in classes, in the TV Liceo, has been decreasing, right? I don't know, these recent weeks, these recent days. Maybe I can make the same question here for you. What are the reasons that are making the students not being that interested anymore, not participating? I have some ideas here for you guys. I hope that you like it. I included some memes. I don't know if you can see them. Any similarity, guys, with the reality, it could be just a coincidence, okay? Maybe you can feel identified with some of this, but anyway. First one that I want to show you here dice, comienzan las clases online, el profe da indicaciones y todo, y alguien dice, a ver tu gato, profe. Has happened to me, I recognize it, I've shown my cat. And yet another one. Someone says, yo, oigan, voy a estar en clase en línea, por favor no hagan ruido. Mi familia, kind of all making a mess and screaming and all of that. I've known of situations of some of you like that are like that. When you participate, you open your microphone and there is kind of a chaos going around over there, right? Something has happened to you, something like that? It happens. Okay, so this could be one of the reasons why, guys, I don't know, the students are not participating that much. Let me show you other examples here. First one says, yo ingresando a mis clases en línea. Always. Come on, guys. I'm not, if I'm obstructing all of it, no. Yo ingresando a mis clases en línea. You can see the little girl, I don't know, she looks a little bit asleep and her hair is all messy and all of that. But there is something that I admire of her, that she's there, okay? She's present, and maybe she even turned her camera on, okay? So that is something that I admire, even though she's not as best as she could, but she's there, okay? And the other one says there, día 1 de clases, está lloviendo y se quiere ir la luz. Yo como estudiante, even myself, like as a professor also, hello God, this is me again. I don't know, we pray for the light, for the electricity not to go, or the internet or something like that, okay? This is something, guys, that you might be dealing with also in your houses, in your situations, okay? Yo soy la primera. Okay. And now, how about these guys? How many of you are, I don't know, making a match with these images? The first one says, yo después de decir presente en clase en línea, and goodbye. Come on, guys. Does it happen? Do you think this is something that happens? Might be. Monse dice, siempre se va el internet y la luz. Some of those problems happen, right? And we are aware of that. So, never, says Naomi, you're never sleeping during classes, or you just don't say here or present and go back to your bed. Okay, Fernanda, come on, please. And the second one says, yo en clases en línea, súper dormido. Pero en clases presenciales, también súper dormido. So, I don't know, guys. I know that the situations you might have at home could be a lot, very, very different, right? But I would like you to share here a little bit. Some of you maybe don't sleep enough. I don't know, maybe too much homework. I don't know. Your dad helps you to wake up, right? Good job. Now, some of you are not sleeping well, but sitting down, okay. Each one of you has their own style. But guys, the important things to rescue from all of these activities or from all of these memes or images is this question. What do you think are the reasons for students' decreased participation? Okay? I would like to close this participation with this, with this reflection. Please let me know, guys, in the chat if you felt identified with these different memes that I presented here, and most importantly, that you share why do you think that this participation of students in general has been decreasing these last few days. So I don't know, just leave your comments there so we can share here, okay? Some of you are saying, yes, I am like that. You felt identified? Oh, Naomi, but you said never, okay? So is it yes or no? I'm kind of confused there. Check these different situations, guys. What could be your reasons, or what could you think could be the reasons for the students to decrease their participation? These are only some examples, right? As I told you before, any similarities with the real world, with reality, are just mere coincidence. Monse is saying here, maybe one of the reasons is because they don't have a mic. Maybe their devices are not, are not in good conditions for having properly their classes. Maybe because they are tired also. That could be another possibility. Or because they are some lazy sometimes. Could be, I don't know. Problems out of the school. Of course, as I told you before, the situations of everybody could be very, very different. And this is something just to have this kind of vision of what's going on, okay? Because remember, we need to know about that in order for us to become social entrepreneurs and maybe, develop something, a project or a movement to try to correct this, okay? It could be, yes, in school, but no in online classes. Okay, good to clarify that, Naomi, thank you. Fernanda is saying here, yes, me, because I sleep very late. Okay, so be careful with those, habits, guys. Remember that it's very important, your health, and also your participation. You need to be at 100% when you are on your classes and whatever you do. That is when another of the IB attributes, guys, comes in very handy here. It is about being balanced, okay? I was having problems trying to identify these, how this IB attribute balanced had to do with becoming a social entrepreneur. Maybe it would be more like when you develop a project that you don't become this workaholic that you get burned out all the time. But balance is about, being well, right, in all of the different aspects. Sleeping well, eating well, having good social relationships with your friends, with your family. Having this balance, guys, it's really, really important for, for our well-being. Okay, so with these guys, we're going to be finishing this participation. I thank you all for all of your comments here. I hope that we can do something to, to end with this tendency for improving your participation in your online classes and to finish with the best attitude, right? The best energy, our final unit, okay? So this is going to be it for this session, guys. Again, thank you for your participation and I'll see you in class. Good luck and goodbye.
¿Sabías que estamos en tiempos de votaciones? Pues aquí en Liceo de Apodaca también estamos en votaciones. Próximamente podrás conocer a los candidatos y sus propuestas. Podrás elegir y votar por el que tenga las mejores propuestas para ti. Mantente al pendiente de nuestro debate que se llevará por LATV. ¡Te esperamos!
Ayudar es agradable.
Me encanta ayudar.
Con ayuda del liceo vamos a mejorar. Vota por los ayudantes.
Trabaja duro y sueña en grande. Hacer tu mundo algo
Vota por UPE para estar bien. Unidos, unidos, no seremos vencidos. Unidos, unidos, todos incluidos, pues no vamos a parar. Aquí siempre vamos a estar, porque hay que estar unidos. Unidos para estar siempre atendidos y servidos. Me llamo Adriana, quédate conmigo. ¡Woo! UPE, yes.
Hola, yo soy Santiago Neri.
Y yo soy Pablo Montiel. Y juntos somos PAE. En este día, nuestro amigo Santiago Neri nos va a andar hablando sobre una de nuestras propuestas. Adelante.
Vamos a enterrar una cápsula del tiempo en este terreno del liceo y vamos a mandarle un mensaje al tú del futuro.
Vamos a hacer un día donde de noche de estrellas. Y un maestro de la Sociedad Astronómica va a venir para platicarnos sobre las estrellas.
Vamos a plantar un árbol en nuestra tierra viva,
Que va a representar nuestra generación y nuestra preocupación por preservar el medio ambiente. ¡Vota por Paulo! ¡Vota por PAE! ¡Vota por un mejor liceo!
por PAE. Votemos